latest news and conflicts around the world, shaping your reality.
Parent company from A to Z has exciting news this week. The Z Dead screenplay grabs a quarterfinal finish, seen on your screen in formats where available at the Los Angeles International Screenplay Awards. This is equivalent to a bronze medal at the Olympics. For those of you keeping score, this ties us with our rival screenplay, having won a quarterfinal finish in the first contest this season. There are 2 more contests to go as we wait to learn who finishes on top or if a tie prevails.
LA28.
Last week, West Coast Milblogger finished before the Olympic closing ceremony, explaining the global dystopian trend made fashionable in Paris as attention shifts to Los Angeles in 4 years. WCM doesn't get religious much in this podcast, now available in digital publishing, video, and audio. Yet earlier this week, many asked if the hand of God had intervened in the Middle East to prevent a major attack. This event marked one of 3 major earthquakes to rock the globe, along with one in Japan and now in Russia, where a volcanic eruption has been triggered. Right now, hot lava flows through the forests where the orcs live, preparing for another harsh winter. Forest fires continue in the western half of the United States. Smoke-filled skies destroy air quality for outdoor enthusiasts. Cheap batteries that don't last pile up in toxic landfills along with plastic. Meanwhile, space junk continues to be an unresolved issue, even as space exploration narrows into humanity's last chance for survival.
Collapse of Putin 2.0.
As Ukraine fights inside Russia, share news on the advance and the crippling effect it's having on morale of ordinary Russian citizens. Ukraine found the perfect moment to invade Russia, right as the Olympics were ending, stealing a page from original Putin's playbook as West Coast Milblogger speculated on possible outbreaks of violence to repeat the pattern. Yet in this case, the entire world can sleep easier, especially as Ukraine mirrors Kremlin talking points while clearing trenches close to the border and destroying bridges to create a new border with Russia. This as summer is about to end with the world's attention on presidential elections. Let's not forget that Biden can spend all his time monitoring this situation, approving requests from the Pentagon. Now Russia's supply lines to the front are being put into jeopardy as they rely on railroad tracks in near proximity to advancing Ukrainian forces. With artillery and air defenses being able to move forward at this strategic location as well, Russian positions must pivot to meet the enemy at new locations. Adding to the genius, this momentum-shifting maneuver of Ukrainian armor also shields the addition of F-16s to the arsenal. No one's being told of their missions. Only old Soviet fighter aircraft were seen being used by the Ukrainian Air Force. So, it's safe to say F-16s are mostly being held back for air defense, with some sorties to launch cheaper missiles. That's the biggest advantage of the new American warplanes, a larger selection of munitions. It doesn't hurt that Putin 2.0's approval ratings are plummeting as YouTube has been removed from Russian internet. This December, we can all remember the 1-year anniversary of original Putin's death from a heart attack. There's no love.
Heading to the DNC.
Explain the shift in American politics as Democrats prepare to gather in Chicago, Illinois, to officially crown a nominee for the 2024 presidential ticket. As Putin 2.0 stumbles, so does President Trump after his interview on X, that some see as the end of his platform, Truth Social. While the interview relied on talking points instead of discussion, technical issues ravaged the connection between alt-tech and Mr. Tech, Elon Musk. Polling data sees Harris surging as the presumptive nominee. To be fair, the difference remains within a margin of error. There's nothing decisive so far unless you rely on a party-supporting news outlet. Trump could ride a red wave on Election Day just as easily as Harris now takes her stride at the Democrat National Convention. West Coast Milblogger pushes both candidates on the issue of hemp and marijuana. Can Harris keep Biden's promise to reschedule these plants for research into solutions for climate change and space exploration? Maybe Trump can take a different tack as coronavirus cases continue to grow around the country, allowing the FDA to approve CBD for over-the-counter treatment. It's been used for thousands of years by humans while always proving to be a safe remedy. WCM has put these questions to the candidates who seem to be taking the day off in reflection. Only the Cannabis Lab, or CLAB, continues to report Schedule 3 a real possibility after the presidential election. However, they cannot be reached for comment either. And so the days pass without clarity on this topic, no direction. Just hope and possibility of what could result from amassing a fortune in a way that solves climate change. Just chasing a pipe dream as the world seems to crumble. Even with 70% approval, can it really be that difficult for a presidential nominee to make a stand on hemp and marijuana for the good of this nation?
Craigslist buy. We hope you enjoyed this episode of West Coast Milblogger. Now to this week's Craigslist buy. As you can see in formats where available, we have this wealthy pink piggy bank for sale at the low price of $5. ROI is expected to surpass the buy-in price within one piggy bank coin fill. Available for delivery. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Remember to subscribe, like, and share on the many platforms this show is now available on. Keep it safe out there, and see you next week.